Hello everyone, Crystal Fissure here, and welcome to a Crash Team Racing video. No, this is not Nitro Fueled. We are heading back to the original game because this is something I've wanted to cover for a long time. But to put it simply, in the last year or so, a couple years, a team have been working on basically decompiling Crash Team Racing. And one of the results of this are now we are at the point where there are completely custom levels. Not only custom levels, but there are also widescreen patches and stuff like that, paint job mods and plenty more. So I'm gonna read out what this is about. This is basically, a custom level with a custom mode. So according to Darkizer, who uploaded the video, he says, custom battle maps are here, made possible with the most recent research contributions by Nico, DCX Demo, Super, Branch, and more. After reverse engineering almost all the game and rewriting 30% of the game, their combined knowledge of the game is now strong enough to build a functional level from scratch. The more they reverse and rewrite, the bigger the mods get. Road to Rainbow is a fully functional multiplayer battle map that also adds a brand new unique weapon selection system to mix up gameplay strategy. This level works both on emulator and console. And the thing is, if you guys have seen some of the stuff by, I think it's named Kaze for Mario, you'll know that this whole decompiling and redoing the code and all that kind of stuff is definitely becoming more prominent in the scene, I guess, as people begin to understand how PlayStation 1 code works better. And I just think this is fantastic, the way that they've done this. Like, it looks flawless, it runs flawlessly, it looks like a lot of fun, and I like the whole, the different weapon system here. Instead of the boxes, you have these kind of platters or something like that. The first thing I thought was, it's a Road to Rainbow. I almost thought it was like a Rainbow Road type thing, but I think it's probably, my almost guess is that it's almost like a tech demo, kind of showing off, the entire, color spectrum, you know what I mean, like with everything like that. But yeah, it's just fantastic to see what the Crash Team Racing scene is doing. There are also hacks that, there's this Nitro Fueled hack that came out maybe a couple years ago, I feel like it was, where it basically added like the super, what was it called, the, Ultimate Sacred Fire to Crash Team Racing, like in more prominent positions and stuff like that. And I remember that being very, very cool. But yeah, I've been following this Crash Team Racing stuff for a long time, and yeah, I mean, just generally, like, if we're gonna make it all philosophical about the state of the scene and the modding and everything like that, with the Crash Bandicoot Back in Time, we now have like a 2D level maker. We have some other fan games that are being worked on, and then we have people that are actually customizing the original game. And the thing is because they're decompiling and reverse engineering the game, kind of a little bit like you guys remember, I've covered it on my channel a couple of times, Open Goal with Jack and Daxter. Like with Open Goal, like they say, it's going to, the more that they reverse engineer and get the code right, the more they're going to be able to do. So where this project is going to be in the next year or so is insane, because we're going to be having more custom levels. I think in this case, starting up with a level like this, starting up with a kind of a 2D, not 2D, sorry, not 2D, starting up with like a really basic arena, I think is the right idea. But then once you get to more complicated, proper tracks with, dynamic backgrounds and stuff like that, I'm sure, that's something that is not as easy to do at the current stage, but, later on it will be. So yeah, that's very, very, very exciting. Now, the next thing I want to show you is the widescreen hack. So check this out. So the widescreen hack, it works for new TVs, works for PSP, PS Vita, and this is according to, again, Darkizer, and done correctly for the first time in history, made by Nico, Super, Red Hot, and Faradise. Unlike other 2-minute hacks that have flicker bugs, stretch bugs, and messy UIs, researchers worked during every hour of every day for weeks. I buy that, I believe it. They crunched dozens of math formulas, rewrote thousands of lines of UI code for the Decompile project, and built this mod directly into the game's source code. Other researchers who weren't on this project have other projects that are yet to be announced. So this was before the Road to Rainbow. So maybe that was actually one of the projects. But yeah, I mean, look at this. This looks borderline flawless. It's not fully done yet. It's, you know, it's stuff that's being constantly worked on. All this, you know, it's always in flux, as they say. You know, in the words, to use some industry language of you know, annoying emails. You know, we'll circle back to it later. You know, just want to touch base, right? Anyone know that? Yeah. I just think that, you know, when I look at this and I look at it, and it's like, you know, Nitro Fueled is an excellent game. Like, I am a massive Nitro Fueled fan, and to the point with Beanox, it's like I trust them with Spyro. I hope they're working on Spyro. But with this being able to play the original game, I just think that's fantastic. And eventually, you know, custom tracks. What would be phenomenal, right, is if we, you know, get the decompile and everything like that. Imagine this. Imagine remaking the levels, the new levels from Nitro Fueled, you know, the DLC levels. Imagine having them in Crash Team Racing. That would blow my mind. I mean, that would just be absolutely phenomenal, especially like the prehistoric one. Yeah, all that, you know, and you know, you'd better perfectly do it with the, what was it called? I forgot the temple one. I'm completely blanking. You know, the temple, the first new level. I've completely forgotten. How terrible of me. But yeah, that one would be perfect because of, you know, all the kind of already existing. It's kind of an existing, you know, Crash 3 kind of level design wise. You've got all the tombs and stuff like that. But yeah, by the way, good quality racing here. By the way, very, very good. Well, I'll try another time, mate. And so now we have this mod created by Superstar X Alien. They say, Darkizer says that you're able to recolor any character's kart for use in races like in Nitro Fueled, ranging from the 15 original kart colors plus 6 brand new ones. Press L2 or R2 in the character select screen to navigate. Sorry, I'm reading and watching things at the same time. I'm tripping over my words, but yeah, look at this. Look at these different colors here. I just think this is brilliant. So well done, Superstar X Alien. Hopefully, this mod will be, you know, sort of included in the decompile, right, when it's all done and it's, you know, natively on PC. Right, because that'd just be great. It just gives, like I say, you know, it gives these games new life in a way that, you know, it's hard to do on like the modern hardware. You know, it's not Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled never made it to PC, which is genuinely a detriment for the modding scene, right? So this is like the best way to play Crash Team Racing and kind of customize things, you know, like, you know, in a retro sense. Obviously, Nitro Fueled has heaps of customization, which is actually one of the reasons why, you know, to me it had such longevity. Anyway, everyone, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for more. I'm going to be putting up another part of Crash of the Titans soon as well, and plenty more Spyro, so see you then.